And welcome back to Music Free Gaming. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Apparently, I did not set my theme this morning because I was in a hurry because I'm starting half an hour early. This is just what happens. I start early and I've totally lost everything. Hey, we're going to be getting into some shulker farming here in just a minute, but first, is there anything first? No, let's just get into the game. All right, so I'm here in my base. It's definitely a base. I need some glass. I realized there's some things I want to do that are going to require some glass as part of this farm. So let's head up and talk to some villagers about some glass. Still need to get my masons going. Also, my bookstore's over here. Yep. Bookshops right here. All right. Oh, except I need money. Don't you hate it when you try to go to a bookstore and get stuff and you forgot all of your money? Yep. Welcome to my world. I love bookstores. I don't know about the rest of you. I love to go buy books. Books are awesome. I don't get to buy nearly as many of them as I would like, but at least I could sometimes get a few of them, right? Right. Oh, it's this guy. And he's got... Yep, I definitely need to update my my system here because it's just stupid. Oops, the Silk Touch guy. I'm going to. When I get... as soon as I can get an update in place... Unfortunately, there was a bug with the copper age drop. Sorry, my brain is still trying to function this morning, and it's not. But yeah, there's a problem with the copper age drop. So it's okay. I now have lanterns. Cool. So I'm waiting for the next drop to go. And apparently that's taking a little bit longer for reasons I do not know. So that's unfortunate. But that's okay. We'll get there. I am really excited for that drop, though. It's going to be great. Let's see. Do you? This is why I labeled them. Oops, I can't. Turns out I can't actually make emeralds there. Okay. Hi. All right, we are slowly but surely doing things and stuff and things. All right. I think getting close. Boy, this is definitely the place if I need to buy stuff. Or at least glass. Alright. Nice. Oops. Turns out you can't place the shulker by swinging your sword. Okay. Cool. So that is that. Okay, go and put that away. Oh, I did have the gamma override on. It's like, boy, it seems really bright for being nighttime. All right, we'll deal with that here in a sec. Okay. Glass has been acquired, which is good because it's going to be really helpful in a minute. All right. Now, I'm going to get a little cheaty here. All right. And I'm just going to teleport to spawn. Also, I actually would kind of want to not die in powdered snow. So, all right. So here's the deal. You could obviously, this is a shulker farm right here. I spent a little bit of time off camera making sure I have this positioned correctly. I actually put it slightly lower than I was planning on, just a couple of blocks, but it's still tall enough that I don't have to worry about the shulkers being down here. So, you know, this is great. You know, we got plenty of snow, so we're good. All right, but it is time to actually build up this farm. Now, there's some things that are going on here that I think I'm probably going to change a little bit. But we'll deal with that when the time comes. But I need to do some things like get stuff out of my inventory, which would be great. This would be helpful. Okay, I do have one. Okay, cool. Snow goeth there. Sweet. Trap door. It's going to go here. Oh, and I need a lever. Ah, lever. Now, I think... Is that... What is wrong with this? It's facing the wrong way, I guess. All right. Well, that's fine. Really? Really? All right. You go there. Facing north, huh? Okay. So other than the fact it's still facing the wrong way, north is this side. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure this matters, which way this faces, but you know, one of these days we'll get it right. There we go. Sweet. All right, so we're going to be dealing with snowmen there, so let's grab those things. Okay. All right, so next round up. Now, the way this works is going to be a little bit weird. Okay, so I guess scaffold there. A stair goeth thusly. Okay, I mean, other than the fact it's totally wrong, it's fine. No, it's fine. Okay. So I'm going to get a couple of these in place because I need to drop snowmen down there. So I just want to put a few of, oops. Yeah. I just want to put a few of these stairs in. Just so I have a place to put the snowmen where, you know, I could, that doesn't exist. Anyway, where they're going to fall and stuff. It's going to be great. You know, that wall doesn't exist. Turns out. I know. We're all shocked that the ghost wall does not exist. But it's true. That be a lesson to me. Don't fall off the stupid wall. Okay. Sweet. So now, let's just grab a couple of temp blocks so I have a place to stand. All right. And in the immortal words of primary songs, once there was a snowman. Come on, you can do it. Okay, and just nudge him into place. There we go. So we just need to do this a few more times. Okay. That's 2, 3. Okay. 4. Go. Yeah, the snowfall, that's going to be a problem. I think. Not like right now, but as the farm progresses. 5, 6. Go. There we go. 7. Now, you can have up to 20 something of these. According to the video, which I've got linked in the description on YouTube, this'll they say like 10 is a good middle spot. So we'll do 10 or 11 or 12. Nothing. We don't need to go overly crazy here. All right. Nice. So, all right. And then we close the door. Great. And that works. Good. That's the on-off switch. We're going to be doing some things with that later. At least that's the plan. There will be things later that happen, but that's not today. So, well, I mean, it is today, but not like right now. All right, so let's come back up here. So now we've got our stairs continue. Oh, these... I don't technically have to face them exactly the way they've got them faced, but I'm going to do it anyway because I feel better about life if I do. All right. And, oh, okay. Sign, text, 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 text. Something didn't import. But I know that sign is not mission critical. So, we're good. So, next thing we need to do is, I know that's wrong, but that's okay. We'll deal with that in a minute. Now, I do have to worry about ice. So we'll no. No. All right. And okay. And then this is a slab, so we'll bring this up that way. Huh. Okay, that'll go there. That's okay. Yeah, I was gonna say that shouldn't be doing things, right? You know, every once in a while. You know what? I'm just gonna use a pumpkin. Pumpkin will make a reasonable temp block, right? Right. All right, so that's gonna come out. I need water. Now, I don't know why in the video they put this on a stair first, but they did. So we'll continue that. You know, again, I'm sure there's a reason. I just don't know what it is. All right. Now, okay. That shulker that's there is going to be not. Okay. That's fine. All right. So let's go ahead and grab a temp block here. So that water is probably going to end up freezing. So we'll have to solve that problem. Yep, there it is. Ethros. Can I please? That's not at all where I want that to go. But I just need to do a little bit of jumping around here. Bring the blocks up to where they go. Thank you. Okay. Now, the video from the archivists does a really good job, actually, of explaining how to build this farm. most of it's fairly simple. It's just, you know, getting some of this stuff in place. And then up at the top where the Shulker collection system is going to be. It's a little funky, but okay. All right, now up we go to here. So now, yeah, so now we get ourselves all of the scaffolding ever. Okay. Also, there's some stuff, we'll build this afterwards. But I believe scaffold. Also, I'm going to turn the gamma override on. It's night. I could sleep. I'm not going to. But I did want to... I do want you to be able to actually see what's going on here. We're going to need all the scaffolding. So much scaffolding is going to be needed for this farm. Okay. All right, now this comes up. This one of these days, I'll get the right button. There we go. Okay. All right, so
party on, dudes.
Well, thank you, Sprite, for that resub. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a fabulous day. I need to remember I have sounds on for that, and so they don't scare me to freaking death. Anyway, how's it going? Hope your day is going well. All right, we still have water flowing, so that's good. Again, the fact that I'm in a frozen biome could be a problem. I may have to actually do something like slip a torch or something over here. Okay, just to oh, actually that might have done it. Hang on. I can do things. No, that did not do it. I gotta love the jump scares. Absolutely. Day is just starting. Nice. Yep, mine is actually not that far off. Yeah, I've been up for 2 hours, so yay. You know, what's fun is when this farm is running, this area is going to actually be really mob safe. Because we are going to be, maybe not quite hitting the mob cap, but it's going to be great. No, actually, I'm going to have to come around and light up a bunch of stuff, but... So, Sprite, you were looking at building this farm in your world. Did you manage to find the schematic? I think you're looking at some of that stuff. Whatever the day was, Thursday. Cool. Don't need pumpkin seeds. All right. So I've thrown a little bit of scaffolding on the ground. It's all right. We'll go get it. Maybe when the sun comes up. In the meantime, it's just going to be scary out here. All right. Next, I know I'm going to need slabs. So let's get some slabs. Yeah, the water that's going to go there is going to be a little fun. All right. Ack, no. Also, what's with all of the acking? Okay. All right, so that goes there. This trap door, which I don't have in my inventory because reasons. Actually, I could probably put those shears someplace else as well, but that's okay. All right, so this trap door should be facing north. I am facing south, so guess it goes the other way. Yeah, this is actually important. This has to open up facing like that. Okay. Otherwise, bad things happen to good people. And, oh, hi. Okay, cool. So now we're going to get into all sorts of other fun stuff. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a temp block. All right, and then, I believe, just camp down for a sec, through my body. Yeah, and then we slab up on top of the temp block. Cool. Yeah. You finished the most recent season of Wednesday. Nice. You know, I liked the Addams Family when I was growing up. It was all sorts of fun. I think I've got the complete series on DVD. I have not liked most of the Addams Family related content. Not that I've seen Wednesday, but like some of the movies and stuff have not been nearly as good. I think also they forget that the Addams Family was like a comedy. But, you know, I don't know. But I've heard people raving about Wednesday. So, that's awesome. So what I loved about the Addams Family was that Gomez and Morticia absolutely loved each other. There was no doubt about that. Once it does play to the comedy. Okay. Well, that's good. Okay, we're going to have to get into a little bit of redstone here. So, this might be a case of... am I doing this in the right order? Well, that's a definite maybe. All right, so I think what I'm gonna have to do, let's do this first of all. I'm gonna need to put some stuff away. We're not on the scaffolding level, so the scaffolding can go back in the box. We are, however, dealing with the redstone-y goodness, so let's get that out. All right, so we're gonna need observers. We need the piston. Observers, piston, no block. Great. I think that's all that's on this level. Okay. All right, so I do know the note block goes on top of this guy right here. Okay. Oops. I had to remap my keys because I use page up and page down for other things. And, yeah. All right, so that goes... Nope. Awesome, that goes there. And then these go here, here, and here. All right, what is wrong with you? Oh, okay, they just caught it in a powered state. Cool. Oh, this is going to be so cool to have once it's done. Oh, okay. And that's going to complain because I hit the note block and it's just wrong. So, okay. Cool. Okay, and then that should be a double slab like so. Okay, nice. Is my water still flowing? Nope, my water froze. Awesome. Wonder if there's a way I can get in there and fix that. Where is it, first of all? Hi, where did I leave my water? It's over there. Oop. Ah. Okay, there we go. Good morning, Snoopers. How's it going? Hope you're having a fabulous morning. I'm out here in the snow because it's just that time of year. Here we go. Building a shulker farm. So hopefully we'll be able to get this done and all the goodness is going to happen. And by all the goodness, I mean I'm going to have so many shulkers. It's going to be crazy. And so will everybody else on the server who chooses to get shulkers. We're into the end game now. Okay. Yeah, it's one of those things, most of the time, I don't really need crazy amounts of shulkers. But sometimes it's nice to have. You could use it, but you enjoy raiding the end. That makes sense. I am not an end raider. I go to the end because I have to. And so I can get elytra and stuff. But honestly, most of the PvE is not my jam. Combat in Minecraft, just in general. Not for me. Okay. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to break the ice that's under here, but probably more than two. 2 more times. At least. Probably. Ah! You're in the wrong place. Okay. But I was on, what was the server I was on? I was on an SMP a while back. I don't remember what it was called at the moment. You enjoyed the excitement and challenge. Nice. So that's the thing I like about Minecraft, is it allows people to play to different styles. I know a couple of people, it's like, oh yeah, exploring in Minecraft is the best thing ever. You know, or they're totally all about the PvE side of things, right? And there are some people who are all about the redstone, and some who are just all about decorative building. Minecraft is one of those few games that really plays to all of those really, really well. And it's awesome. But no, I was on a server a while back, and one of the other players had built a shulker farm. So I had a shulker full of shells. I think I ended up using about 3 or 4 stacks of shells, and that was about it for the rest of that season. It was, whoa, okay. Hang on. Those do not go there. No, that would be mistake. It's mistake to put the slabs there. Oh, good. And look, the sun has come out. Okay. So this structure here we can build later. That is an optional AFK spot. Shulkers are how you keep a small storage area. I get that. Well, now that I've got a few more... oh, come on. I can do it. I can do it. I can elytra hop. There we go. Now that I'm starting to get some farms and stuff outputting into my storage at my base, I really would like some shulkers so that I can potentially condense it and keep things happy and, you know, not overflow everything. You know, I'm weird like that. So close to your starter cave. Nice. I actually have no idea where anybody else is on the server. I know you're north of me on that Mushroom Island, but you know, the couple of other players who are on the server, I do not know where they are. I'm sure they exist somewhere. No, that's not where this goes. You exist, kinda. Okay, that's fair. Hey, you got all the gear you would need, right? Don't know if Evan's found a spot yet. Okay. Settling in that mangrove area that you were in. That would be cool. Now, I believe... Yeah, that hole should continue to exist. Okay. Sprite just hangs out and lurks. That's fair. Okay. And we are getting there. All right, so I think we are set on this level. Okay. All right, so we are doing okay. So next, whoa, look, it's scaffolding again. All right. Switch. Oops, not that box. Not the glass box. I swear, I looked at that glass box like 3 times. Okay. Yes, so the slabs and those extra spots are to support the scaffolding that we're about to place. So basically, we've got a whole platform of scaffolding. Scaffolding, of course, cannot go on can't go on the slabs. So did I miss 2 slabs? All right, hang on. Go down. Okay, so there's some over there. Oh, I did miss some over here. You are correct. That would have been... I'd have noticed when the slab, or when the scaffolding just didn't scaffold. Thank you. That's actually sort of important, you know? All right. Back up this way. All right, and away we go. Oops. Yeah, this, you know, Shulker farms, they're actually not too bad. They're not like super crazy complicated to build, but it's just the mechanics are funky to get, because, you know, your shulkers will die. They'll do, you know, there's just lots of weirdness with shulker farms. But really, the farms are more tedious than anything else. Nope. Okay. Oh, the number of, the amount of scaffolding we've got floating around in weird places. Ooh, I think I was watching Joel Duggan as he was building this up. He says, yeah, really the best way to do this is to go around the outsides. Because just the way scaffolding connects to itself, it's just weird. But yeah, given how much gunpowder I've got coming in from that creeper farm, I'm definitely going to want shulkers to condense that. And what was that? Oh, it was Rendog. Rendog in his Hermitcraft Season 10 base, which is apparently now available for download. He built this big storage room and then came up with a... okay, yep, we're at this level. And then came up with a storage system based off of shulkers. And then realized that, you know what? I actually don't need all of this space. And he ended up just in one tiny room. I think it was just like you were talking about, Snoopers. It's like, once you get shulkers, small storage rooms work out really well. All right, anything crazy here other than this hole in the middle? Okay, we should be fine. So, all right. Well, let's slab it up, I suppose. Okay. And what was Exuma was talking about shulkers too. He did his whole storage system in season 10 of Hermitcraft was he used shulkers on the wall using labels and stuff, and he realized he was talking about, I think in his retrospective, that having a storage system based off of the shulker labels was great for him, but for anybody else who had to find something in his storage that didn't have the mod installed, it was chaos. Because all he had was a bunch of unlabeled shulkers. And yeah, I could see how that would be an issue. Slabs. What are these slabs? Okay. Cool. Sorry, I'm sort of in a weird place this morning. I don't know why. I don't know if it's not exactly early. I'm just having a hard time, thinking, putting coherent thoughts together, all of that good stuff. I mean, to be fair, that's not that much different from most of the rest of my time awake, but still. But let's see, what else has been going on? So I was watching The Incredibles earlier in the week. That was great. I love The Incredibles. That's one of those movies that was, theoretically made. It's a movie for the whole family, but it's really focused on, middle-aged men. But I talked about the other day how I liked Darkwing Duck because how it focused a lot on how much Darkwing loved his adopted daughter Gosselin, and how much she loved him. She was a troublemaker, but they were all about family. And in a lot of ways, Incredibles is the same thing. It's as much as he wants to go back and be a superhero again, his family is really the most important thing to him. And I love that message from the movie. Heck, I was watching movie El Dorado last night because it's going to be on an upcoming podcast. I'm going to be doing a really late movie review discussion thing of El Dorado. But one of the things I love about that movie is that it's not family per se, but maybe it's more about found family, friendship, and adversity, and also shooting the bad guys. Because that's how Westerns work. Okay. Hang on, I'm coming up to a point here. I need to see what is where. Okay. Yeah, I grew up watching Westerns with my dad, and he introduced me to the good Westerns. We didn't watch a lot of the spaghetti Westerns and things like that with Clint Eastwood and stuff like that. We watched other ones that were exciting, like El Dorado or Big Jake. Of course, a lot of John Wayne, but yeah. Turns out he actually had a number of really good movies. All right, so we are just scaffolding here. Awesome. All right, scaffolding. Speaking of family, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Big Jake. Again, it's a John Wayne movie. But John Wayne plays he's an older guy who he's a rancher. He's separated from his wife. And his his grandson is kidnapped. So his wife gets in touch with him. Said, "Okay, the kidnappers have demanded a ransom. I want you to go deliver the ransom." And as she describes him, I think it's Maureen O'Hara who plays his wife. It's like, this is going to be a mean, unpleasant business, and so it's going to need a mean, unpleasant man. And so she calls her husband, or separated husband. But it's a act. Those do not go there. And I'm not going to go get them. So there we go. But, but that one, that was good. It's John Wayne and Richard Boone, I think, plays the bad guy and all sorts of good stuff. It's a fun one. Patrick Wayne, I think it is. John Wayne's son plays his son. So, fun stuff. And of course, True Grit. I think Wayne won an Oscar for True Grit. I watched the remake that they did with, what was it? Randy Quaid, I think it was, who played the starring role of Rooster Cogburn. Oh, yes, we have interesting stuff at this level. Okay. Wasn't nearly as good, but it's a good story regardless. Okay, so we need some of that. We need red dust. Yeah, I went through a phase when I was a kid too of okay, that needs to be on subtract mode, where I refused to watch movies that were in black and white. Boy, that was a mistake. There were some really good movies that I totally ignored because they were black and white. I eventually, got to see a bunch of good stuff. Some really funny ones. What was it that I was... Okay, that goes there. Well, let's hope I don't break that cobweb, because I only have one more of them. But it was shoot, what was it called? Now I'm blanking on it. But it's a guy who oh yeah, all the redstone. We're getting to the top of the farm now. His brother is Arsenic and Old Lace. That's what it's called. Arsenic and Old Lace. Is oops. So his brother is insane. Okay. He thinks he's Teddy Roosevelt. But he also finds out while he's up there he's trying to get his brother committed for some reason. He's also getting married, which I think had part of it. It's been a while since I've watched it. But he also finds out that his sweet little, grandmother, not grandmother, his mother and his aunt. I am talking about Arsenic and Old Lace. Yes, I absolutely am. Yep, his mother and his aunt are, killing people. Not like in a slasher sort of way. They're just inviting single old men over and poisoning their tea because they just look so peaceful. And I didn't want to watch it because it was in black and white, and I was a kid. And good movies are in color. They're not in black and white. That's just silly. But man, it's fun. there are some great movies. They made some really good movies back in the day, you know? Seen the play a few times? Yeah. Yeah, I want to say my youngest two daughters were in a production of Arsenic and Old Lace. Was it Arsenic and Old Lace? Yeah, it might have. No, actually, well, yeah, I think it was Arsenic and Old Lace. Yeah, my sister was in a production of Guys and Dolls, which was fun too. That's another great musical. There are aspects of that. It gets a little slow at times. Where's my? There it is. But it's such a fun play, and the movie with Frank Sinatra and Marlon Brando. I still get I forgot the name of the song, but you know, it's it's the one that nicely sings "Rock the Boat." I think something might be the title. And the people all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat." That song bounces into my head so many times during the course of my life. Ack! No. But yeah, oh yeah, back in the day when people would just take like a little overnight trip to Cuba for the heck of it, you know, back before Cuba went into a communist revolution. You need to get some sneaky pants. Well, that is definitely a good idea. Sneaky pants are good pants. I like sneaky pants. Actually, there's an ancient city sort of under my mesa. I want to go raid. Partly because I want to grab the silence armor trim. I don't intend to use it right now, but I kind of want to have it. I'm not typically a collector of things like that, but that would be fun. Yeah, the silence trim is really cool. It's about the only trim that really allows you to bring color into your armor. Right? Because most of the rest of the trims, right, it's just stripes and stuff. Right? But the silence trim really makes everything else, or really brings the color out, which is great. In theory, the things won't spawn. Like the shulkers? Or no, oh, in the ancient city. Yes, so they will until we turn on the machine. Because yeah, I've got the shrieker silencer or the warden suppressor in my ancient city. So what would have to happen is it get turned on, and everybody who's raiding the ancient cities has to fire some arrows into it. Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. My brain is also, well, it's been slow to boot up today. You know, I don't know if you've had those machines that you boot them, and it takes them about 3 hours before they're actually ready to use. That's about where I'm at this morning, too. The train of thought is still boarding at the station. It's also on fire. So, so that's cool. Okay, so we're going to need a slab right there. So, sorry, so that goes there and there. Uh-oh. Woohoo! All right, so hang on. We're gonna have to. I definitely screwed something up here. Down, boy. Oh, cobwebs. Cobwebs are cool too. All right, so it looks like we go there, there, there. And then, like so. All right, we're going to get some hoppers and some armor stands. But, okay, so these are all going to point down into the thing. Okay, cool. Let's get ourselves... Oh, I just moved it out of the way. All right, all right. Also, I do still have a bunch of slabs I have to place around here, but that's okay. Okay, so that goes like that. You know, I don't remember seeing armor stands on the inventory list. Okay, well, that's fine. Yes, the wardens. Yes. Those are the things. All right, so I'm going to need some sticks. Oh, I've got sticks. I have lots of sticks. Yeah. Yep, eventually works, right? Okay. Armor stands. Okay. Hang on. Stream joke. What do you call an elephant that doesn't matter? An irrelevant. Yeah, that one is kind of good. Okay, that goes there. That goes there. All right. Sweet. Okay, so I'm done with those hoppers for now. We've got some stuff for the output we're going to have to deal with, but that'll be here in a second. Okay. Next level. Okay, and we are... Oh yeah, we're doing the stuff again. Okay. Scaffolding. All right. This should... There. Words. I can't... Words. Yeah, boats and armor stands. So, I don't... Let's see if I can remember how this works. So here, let me pop this up. So what happens is you drive the boats here into an area with fences, which I did not put in. They'll go in this round. What's going to happen is the shulkers, as they come up here, will get loaded into a boat. But what we don't see on this at the moment is the boats are technically underwater. There's going to be some water up here. And so the shulkers will immediately eject into an area over here somewhere where they then entity cram and die. Woohoo! And that's how the farm does its actual slaying of the shulkers. Okay, I don't know exactly what role the armor stands play. In other farms, I've built one other shulker farm, and it used armor stands as a target because at the time projectiles didn't touch armor stands or wouldn't break them. Now they do, and it broke the farms. Okay. But these ones, I think, are just there to ensure that the shulkers teleport to the right place. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Okay. All right, well, that armor stand lives there now. Yep, same. Those are going to end up down there, which is cool. Actually, I have no idea what or how to get those armor stands in, which is also awesome. All right, hang on. I'm going to jump over. I happen to have the video up where they build this thing. So let me just jump forward in the video. Uh-oh. Okay, I think we're back. We dropped some frames there for a minute. Let me make sure everything is good. Are we back? I don't know. Are we back? I think we're back. I think so. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, my connection dropped for just a second. Okay. Cool. Yes, we're back, and better than ever. Or at least just as confused. One of those two things. So the video doesn't show the armor stands. I don't know how they got the armor stands in there. So I do need to craft some boats. But that'll come here in just a minute. All right. Yeah, the armor stands are apparently there for something, but they're not in the original tutorial video. So, I don't know. It seems to work without them, so we'll go with that. It's coincidental timing for you, because Boomer was having connection issues. Oh, yeah. Gotta love it when weird things like that happen. It's like, I don't know, am I down? Just the same time something else goes down? Yep. Fine. Okay, I'm gonna have to be sure I get back down the bottom. And verify that the water is all there. Okay. But boats are a thing that I'm going to need. So let's go ahead and get some wood so I can craft boats. We're going to do pale oak boats because that's the wood I have. Which is honestly the best reason to do pale oak boats is because that's just what you have. Okay, so we boat. Okay. Oops, hang on. Oh, hang on. I think I'm missing a thing here. Just a minute. Get out of the boat. All right, that boat exists elsewhere in the universe now. Why do I feel like it? Oh, I see. That's why. Nope. Okay. There. This one is wrong. Okay. Actually, if I go down, unfortunately, where all the monsters are. Okay, yeah, that's gonna do it. I can go get my boat back. All right, let's see now. Hello, monsters. Oh, there's a creeper right there. All right, we're just gonna not be there. Where did the bed go? There it is. It's over there. Not that the bed is going to do anything for the creeper, but plus the fact that everything is sort of covered up now. I guess I should maybe put some light under there or something. Light and things. I have heard of that. Okay. All right, so now we got a bunch of flaming goodness happening out here, which is great. Okay. Ah, cheese monkeys. Really? Really? All right. Okay, there we go. You know what? I don't need you. I don't. Go away. Take your fancy pants and armor. He wants me to take his fancy pants. Well, that took a turn. Okay, he Uno reversed me on the fancy pants. But, okay, no, we're just gonna come up here and pretend like it was okay. Anyway, boats. Boats. Yeah, every time... So, I've mentioned before, I watch streams and stuff while I'm at work. Why does that feel like that's in the wrong place? That boat feels like it should be up higher. Hang on. What am I missing? Oh, I'm missing some slabs. No? Oh, yeah, those are double slabs. Gotcha. All right. Nope, we're good now. We're good. All right, so now those drop in. Awesome. But yeah, anytime I watch stream at work and the stream goes a little funky, I'm suddenly jumping over to my router to say, hey, did we just drop internet access? All right, cool. All right, so now we've got stuff and things. Okay, that sign actually is important. I don't know why that sign is important, but it is, so put it in. Okay. Okay. Sure. It can say text and stupidness. Okay. Nope. Wow. I just love scaffolding, don't you? Yeah, this is now scaffolding in order to keep shulkers from teleporting onto it. All right, so that goes there. I need walls. Awesome. Grab some brick walls. Okay. All right. So this goes like so. This actually ends up going around a couple of times, I think. All right, now, next level. Oops, that's the wrong button. Next level. Okay, we slab and then we wall. Okay, I'm gonna get this wall in first. Okay, that's a slab. That's a wall. Okay. Cool. So now all of this slabbage slides. Ah, not that far. Not that far. You've gone too far. Okay, hang on. We're out of slabs again. This is why I spent all that time in the stream the other day, cooking up slabs. Now, these actually could be any slabs. They don't have to be stone, but... or smooth stone or anything like that. I like smooth stone, and it... Back! Nope. Done it again. We've gone too far. It's not there. Alright, I've now broken things. Hang on. Okay. That goes not there. That goes there. This goes away. Okay. Nope, we'll get that. What do I like about smooth stone? I like it for redstone projects because, one, it's fairly cheap. Two, it's very obviously a man-made stone. So it doesn't look like, something natural or something. So it's easy to see this is something I shouldn't touch. And I like it because it's segmented, so it's easy to see the blocks. So it's easy to count. Right? when I was watching Joel build this on stream, I don't know, earlier this week, he was using red sandstone, which is a flex, but when he was building the red sandstone, or using red sandstone, and you can't see the separation between the blocks, which made counting it out a little bit tougher. Okay. So this goes here like so. Okay. So I'm just going to come right around the edge of this farm, or basically this hole here, which I think is on top of the walls, which is why I'm not falling through. Yeah, so for redstone stuff, I really like the smooth stone. I like it for other things too, but it's actually kind of nice for ceilings. If you're going for sort of that industrial, modern tiled ceiling look, smooth stone and stone cutters are actually really nice for ceilings if you want to do that sort of drop ceiling look. Okay. Okay. So how are we doing on time? Doing great. So I have got a hard stop at about 10 to 10. So I have time to stop, go to the bathroom probably, and then turn on general conference. Yep. It's so twice every year in April and October, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, of which I am a member, does a worldwide broadcast. It's 5 2-hour sessions, so there's a lot to take in. But it's talks and things from, we have to leave soon for a vet appointment. Oh, bummer. But yeah, it's 5 2-hour sessions of church talks. There's talks from the leadership of the church about various topics. It's really cool. I like doing it. I like watching it. So, I'm glad we're almost done because I am almost out of slabs. I hope your pupper is doing better there, Snoopers. I know it was having some hard time. She needs her fluids. Okay. It's not a bummer. Well, anytime I have to take my cat to the vet, aside from the fact that my cat just hates it, just going to the vet is a pain. Needs your fluids, but to see if she has a fever. Yeah. She's been having a little bit of a rough time, so hopefully she'll be okay. All right, so the farm is just about done. I've got a couple of things I'm going to do before I get the shulker in. You've been to the vet a lot lately. That's fair. Yeah, my cats. I had one cat that didn't mind. He didn't like necessarily going, but he was mostly quiet while he was there. Dusty, not a fan. He does not want to do anything. Yeah, yours will be yowling loudly. So would mine, actually. Okay. Right, so I need some temp blocks to get those up there. That's partly why this sign exists, I think. Okay. Okay, and now this goes that way. Goes away. Goes away. To Disneyland. Because Disneyland is way more fun. Okay. I've been in Dixie. Turns out it's just kind of boring. All right. Got the buttons on. Okay, they're facing different directions, but that's okay. All right. The farm, such as it is done. However, I'm going to do a couple of things to make my life easier before we load this thing up with shulkers. So, the first thing we're going to do is put some stuff away. So, put these slabs away. Slabs, go away, slab. Okay. And where's my box of random parts? Okay. Don't need the observers or the stairs. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to need here is some glass. Now, you have to be really careful about what blocks you put around a shulker farm because shulkers stick to things, including glass. Okay. But if you go up far enough away, they can't teleport to it. So, all right, let's get ourselves... Oh, stream joke. Did you hear about the Mexican train killer? He had locomotives. Okay, you know, Riley's not been doing too bad today. Riley's been doing all right. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to come all the way up here and put some glass in. Okay, and I believe we are... Shulkers will teleport up to 8 blocks away. This is 10 blocks away, so should be all right. But I need to cover this for a couple of reasons. One, I need to be sure that the hole the water source is in is covered. That way it doesn't freeze. And I need to double check that before we bring a shulker in. Okay. But also, I want to cover this up. And we'll cover some space out going around. But because there are shulkers there, if you have to be flying over the farm, the shulkers will see you and they will shoot at you. And there's going to be like 40 shulkers sitting up there on the top of this farm. And I don't know about you, but I don't need 40 shulkers shooting at me. Okay? I'm one of those weird people that tends to think that's a bad thing. So I'm going to cover this up. All right. Yeah, take care, Sprite. Enjoy. Have some happy sleepiness. All right. Now, this is... So I'm not going to do all of the decorative stuff today. We'll do some, I'm sure, but I want to get at least this much done so I can fly over the top of the farm without getting shot at. Okay, where things are going to get really weird. Oh, I was going to dye this. Oh, well. I was thinking some black glass up here would be cool, but it is what it is. It's fine. I could replace the glass later if I wanted to, but I think the reality is I'm not going to. Okay. All right, so let's get all of this in place. Yeah, again, this is solving two problems. It's the, hey, I'm flying over and I don't want the shulkers to shoot me in the face. Oh, we also have one other part of this to build, which I forgot about. There's an AFK chamber. So we gotta get that in place. But also, again, it's going to cover up the farm, and especially that hole in the center, so that, which actually I think is covered by those slabs now. But just to be on the safe side, so there's a little bit of water in the farm to flush items out. And that water needs to not be ice. Okay. All right. And as I said, I believe this isn't high enough that the shulkers can't spawn on it. This is going to be a real problem, but I think we're okay. All right, so let's sleep, and then we'll get the AFK spot in place, and I'm going to do a small modification to the farm so that you can turn it on and off from the AFK spot. So in the farm design, there's a lever to turn off the farm, but you kind of have to go out and get to it. All right, so the idea is you can come up the scaffolding and you can walk over here and turn it off, but not that one. This one. Let's bring this down this way. All right. Okay, so, oh, I'm going to need... Also, I need to get the storage system in place. Ow. And by storage system, I mean it's just going to be a whole bunch of chests and hoppers, but I'm going to have those go all the way to the ground so you don't have to climb up here to get at it. But we'll get that. Okay. Nope, this is the box I am looking for. Hello. Box. Okay. Chests. Chest. Okay. All right, now hoppers. Gonna get down with hoppers. All right, so now let me just double check. Yeah, they stack it that way, which is fine. I don't entirely like this. Let's see, do they bring this all the way up? Ah, they do bring it all the way up. Okay. So I'm going to do it this way. Nope, not going to do it that way because I can't place blocks where I need to place blocks. Okay, hang on. We got it. And your dog just threw up for breakfast. Fun. And by fun, I mean you. Okay, so that goes there, Slabby Jabby goes right there. All right. No, that doesn't sound good at all. Man, now I'm really concerned about your poor puppers. All right. Wrong buttons. So many wrong buttons. Okay. Oh, I put all the slabs away. Dang, I hope she's okay. Okay. What am I doing? This is one of those cases I don't know. Okay. Also, I'm gonna need some stairs, I think. So let's grab those two. Also, the soul sand I'm gonna need, and possibly something else, but we'll go with those. Yeah, hospitalizing the ack. Okay. Hospitalizing the ack is a thing. Man. Yeah, that wouldn't be fun to hospitalize her, but I can see why they're concerned now. Yeah, I don't want to stress her out. Yeah, if they happen to be her last days, Yeah, I could see. It's like, because they don't know. They just know that, oh, I'm in a strange place away from my people. And that's scary. Okay. That goes there, there, that goes there. Well, since you're going to the vet, I guess we'll see how that ends up going. Hopefully. Okay, we got half a door there. That's cool. That's the wrong block. So the soul sand, it's a safety precaution. So what happens is you're sitting here in this room. Okay. The farm works without this. Okay, but yeah, I need to change that. All right. So anyway, the farm works without this, but what ends up happening is when you look this way, you end up looking at the shulkers. So the shulkers will then want to shoot at you. Seems reasonable. The soul fire helps. So if any stray bullets do come get you, the fire will stop it. So that's why that's there. Carrots. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna change this out because I think I want a better way of getting up here than this. The problem with glass, well, I mean, I guess you could use so what you have to be able to do, and I'm not entirely sure what you're referring to. So this, you have to have something solid here. So the soul fire said stops the shulker bullets. And then, okay, so that comes up that way. I should have, yeah, it's more slabs up like so. Okay. Okay, so that goes like that. Is that all that's up here? Yes, it is. All right, but I don't like this. I don't like that slab. It's just makes this a pain to get into here. So what I'm going to do is let's take I'm going to go ahead and put a bamboo trap door here. So you could close that if you wanted to. I've got a door. And we're going to do some other things. Okay. So so what I'm going to do here, let's get a crafting table, and we have to be really careful because I have to be sure that when I build, whatever I build here doesn't, it's something that the shulkers can't stick to. Okay. Which complicates this whole process. Okay. All right. Yeah, trying to get redstone. Maybe I will leave that. No, it's just going to be crazy. Okay. So, what I'm going to do... All right, let's craft up some trapdoors. Trapdoors. I mean, I've got some oak ones. I guess let's stick with the oak. What the hey? I've got the extra ones. So that's under that. So this is where you stand. Oh, right. It's a top slab. Of course it is. Yeah, that's actually exactly how that's going to work. Okay. So take that out. And of course, my crafting table, I'd like that back. Thank you. And now we're going to bring this down like... Okay. Now, again, the back side of that is spawnable, so we're going to be doing some things with that. But I think I can go like this. But I'm going to run ladders up the other side. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to run ladders up this side to get in. Okay, I think that will work. So let's grab that crafting table again. Grab some stairs. Okay. Some stairs, some ladders. And I think I'm going to... That bottom one shouldn't matter, but that's okay. Now, what I want to do is we're going to do that there. Except it can't be that, so that's fine. Okay, so... Yeah. So I'm just being extra cautious. Again, the nice thing about stairs is you do it right, you don't end up with a block for things to stand on. Okay, I think I'm going to be pulling out a bunch of that stuff, but... Oh no. Oh no. Again, poor little puppers. Well, I hope everything goes okay when you get to the... Okay. When you get to the vet. Okay. So I'm gonna definitely change some of this. So I want to be able to get up here. I would like a door here, but I can't. So let's... Whoops. Oopsies. I am having jumping problems. Might have something to do with the trap door that's above my head. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is let's put in a couple of temp blocks here. And I think I'm going to turn that trap door around. Okay. Okay, yeah. Oh, I hope... Oh, not fun. Not fun at all. Okay. That trap door... This trap door is a problem. So yeah, that's not gonna be a thing. Okay. But... And this obviously can't stay like that. I mean, I can put a button on it. That'd be okay. All right, so let's see what this looks like when I'm actually using it. Dang. Well, I hope the decisions end up being actually not that hard. Okay. Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay, so that's going to come out. Let's take this out. Let's grab a stair. The stair is going to go up here, so. I need the stair to be on the bottom. It's going to be a, yeah. All right. Take that out for a sec. Sorry. All of this is in the way. It's just in the way. I see why they wanted to do scaffolding here, but yeah, it's a pain. Okay. Okay, so we're going to take a door. Door is going to go on this block, right? Like that. Oh. No. No, 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 nope. Actually, you know what? Might just be easier if I put the ladder back one more space. Right, because that's where we're going to stand. All right. All right. So, yeah, we'll just... So many zombie friends. So many. All of the zombie friends. Okay, and I'm just calling all of them. I'm going to be sitting here shooting zombies forever, aren't I? All right, I should just sleep. All right, so this is going to be in the wrong place. All right. All right, you know what? You're all in the wrong place. All of you. Yeah. Yeah, burn. All right, take this down. I'm going to go sleep, and then we'll deal with the rest of these guys. All right. We're going to head back to the cabin where it's nice and safe and nothing scary happens over here at all. Okay. All right. Okay, so. Good. Skeletons are burning, and that's awesome. All right, so we're going to do it this way. So let's come up here instead. Yeah. There. Yeah, that's fine. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that's fine. It's either fine or it's not, and either way, it's going to be an interesting thing. All right, so nope. I actually want them. Let's see. Let's see. How do I want this to go? All right, because you need to be able to get up here. So if I put those trapdoors, I mean, there should be a door here, which means this should be solid, which means the trapdoors should actually not be there. Right, so this should be a slab. I know, I could just go with what they say, but I'm not going to, because that would be a thing that I just don't want to do. Oops, that's wrong. Okay. And now this is going to go like that. Okay. Is that right? Yeah, and then that would be an upside down. Uh-oh, falling. Oh, falling is a thing I've done. We're going to get this working. It's going to be okay. This should not be the hardest part of the farm. It shouldn't. It is because of a general level of incompetence over on this side of the keyboard. But that's just where we exist. Okay. So yeah, so that'll come up. I'll do an upside down stair and we'll do ladders. Okay. I think this is going to be fine. Okay. All right, so now I want these trap doors to be on. Okay. I think I see where they're at. I think so. I think I want them like, oops, not there. That would be bad. Okay. I think these are going to come up this way. Now I'm going to be, yes, okay. Cool, so now this I think was going to be wah! Gravity works. Gravity works. This is one of those parts of this project that you definitely want to do before you get the shulkers in. Also, for general safety, don't put the ladder on the bottom. Okay, because it turns out zombies are stupid. I know, you would think with their lust for brains they would you know, not be stupid, but that turns out it's wrong. Okay. All right, so now we come up this, whoa, missing, okay. Cool, so this should be an upside down stair. It's going to go that way, so I can put a ladder on the back side of it. We're gonna have a door here. Okay, like that. That's going to keep shulker bullets out. It'll keep us generally safe. And then I don't know if I need this other stuff here. Okay. So now the other thing we've got going on is, okay. Where's that other? Oh, that I ended up making a stair. Okay. That can be a slab. Okay. Okay, and then that goes right there. All right, and then we set it on fire and everything's lovely. Now, I want to be able to, I want to be able to turn this farm off from over here. So let's see how I want to try to get that redstone signal over here in a way that's safe and will not actually cause problems with the shulkers. Because yeah, in all honesty, as I mean, this is partially, well, partially convenient, but still, it's also a pain. So, unfortunately, I think what I can do with this is make that a target block. All right. Yeah, it means I'm going to have to replace this scaffolding here, but that's okay. That's okay. I can make that happen. All right. All right, all right. So let's now, oh, throw that out. That'll be fine. All right. So I need my redstone chest because that has useful stuff in it. Okay. Redstone chest. We'll just take that button off. Oh, of course, now I can't open it, so it's okay. No, we're fine. Everything's fine. Just stick it there. All right. Okay, no, everything's fine. Just because my redstone box shoved me off of this, it doesn't mean bad things are happening. We're okay. Everything is just peachy stuff. Okay, so we're gonna get a target block. Okay, and we're gonna replace this. So where's my scaffolding? Okay. And do I have anything else that can go in here? No, but put that away. Again, inventory space kind of sucks. All right, so let's go ahead and take... I don't have anything standing on this, right? Yeah. What I do have is about 18,000 golems. Of course, they're trapped in there by the trapdoor, so... Okay, so we're fine. So let's go ahead and swap this out. Well, that's in the wrong place. Awesome. Oh, jeez, man. All right, you know what? I don't need that door. Okay? I don't. It's probably a very nice door, but I don't need it today, so we're going to not. All right, so what I need is the trap, or the target block is going to go there. Okay. Now, let's grab some more slabs. And these are going to have to be top slabs. Okay, which are a little bit dangerous to do. but we're going to make it happen. Oh, let's, darn it. Okay, everyone who could see that coming, raise your hand, because, yeah, that 100%, that was just dumb. Okay. Redstone. Okay, probably also going to need a repeater, which I don't think I actually have on me. Okay, that's fine. All right, so we'll deal with this. Now, I think. Do I think? I might think. So let's see. If I bring this down like that. Jeez, everybody wants to be over here. Okay, let's just make sure that this works. I'm actually going to get signal here because the redstone dust will keep the shulkers from getting on that. Right. Just like the buttons would, the redstone dust will do the same thing. All right. So now if I were to put the lever here. Okay. All right. Yes, we still have power. Wonderful. You know what? This is why I still have my bow. Hi, guys. Could you not, please? Thank you. You know, it turns out they're really hard to shoot with the ladder in the way. Okay. Meanwhile, this guy over here. Oh, it's night. That's right, because I still have the gamma override on. Okay, you guys just... Could you guys be on fire? And also dead? Would that be okay? The zombie's got one up on the pillagers because he's already dead. Alright, let's... Hang on, we're going to sleep, and then we're going to come back and see what sort of disaster we got waiting for us there. Oh, but then comes the really scary part. I've got to move this shulker into the farm. And that is going to be a special breed of fun, I'll tell you. All right. So, woo. All right. No, we're good. We're good. Everything's good. Okay. All right. So these buttons are all going to come off. Ooh, right. I need that has to be a bottom slab. Let's see if this goes here. Does that... The redstone does not travel down that way. Okay. That's fine. If I were to make this a stair, because it's not a full block... I make it an upside down stair. Oh, probably facing this way? Let's try that. Okay. Nope. That's a problem, but it's a problem I can solve with something. Okay, here's how we're going to solve this problem. Okay, we're going to do that, and then we're going to put buttons. Buttons all around it, and then the redstone will go that way. All right, and that worked. Trapdoor is open, so that the snow golems could actually see all the shooty stuff. Okay, I think this is going to work. All right, so now, awesome. Now, do I have... Oh, that was just there to hold scaffolding. Okay, cool. Now, I think I put the hoppers back in my inventory, so I'll deal with that in a second. But I don't really need a bad omen potion. Not right now. Okay, so we come in here. So I still need to light this on fire, but... Okay, so that's closed. Okay, yeah, that's all spawn-proof over there. This face, I don't have to worry about. This I don't have to worry about because there's redstone dust there. Yeah, I don't have to worry about this because soul sand is only solid on the bottom, I think it is. It's a weird block. Okay, but this will now come around so I can turn the farm on and off. Now, given the way that that's working, what if I were to take this door, turn that off for a sec, and make it, put it in that way. So then when you turn it on, the door closes. Awesome. And when you're, then you can open the door and out you go. All right, I could live with that. That actually is going to be a problem right there. Let's go ahead and take those out. All right. Nice. Nice. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. So now... All right, so now the next thing I want to do is let's go ahead and... Let's bring some stuff down here. So... Oh, and I need chests. And I have chests. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is... Let's just bring... You know, I don't need this here anymore. Let's go and get rid of that. Okay. Let's go ahead. Just temporary. So I don't... Actually don't need the redstone anymore either. Alright. So what I want to do is we're going to... Just going to weave the... Oops. Darn it. Falling. Just going to weave these chests back and forth. I think I'm going to do it from here. So the center is going to be the same. Except it's going to be in the right place. Okay. That's sort of important. Put it in the right place. All right. All right, so now we're going to zigzag some chests. All right, so we're going to come out. This is one of those few times when it's actually better just to use something like dirt. All right. This is going to be cool. So it's going to go here. Here. Oops, not there. Okay. All right. Yeah. So that goes that way. It's that way. Just goes there. All right. Yeah, see? Nice and easy. So that's... I said, Shulker farms put out a lot of shells, so... And especially because I have the double Shulker data pack on, so it's going to go hyper crazy. It's going to produce like 4 times as many Shulker shells as it would normally do, and that's just fine. I am strangely okay with this. Okay. All right, that can go away. I do need some light over here, so we're gonna. All right, cool. So that's gonna go there. Hopper's gonna go there. All right. Well, that should store enough, I would hope, for a while. All right. Next thing we're gonna do is let's take this out. All right. Good. Good. Hey, Carp, how's it going? Hope you're having a fabulous day. You know, I don't want to put this here, but I do need something on this block. Actually, it shouldn't matter because okay, I just need to be sure that mobs don't climb this ladder. All right, how are we doing on time? Time is good. All right. So I'm going to head back over here. And the next thing to do is to get the shulker into the farm, which is going to be its own special breed of fun. All right. So put that away. All right, let me just... Oops, that's not where that goes. Let me just clean up my mess here, because my inventory just sucks. All right. My inventory is just a hot mess, and I need to not. All right. Oh. Crap, the redstone chest. Anyway, how are you doing, Carp? You doing all right? You having a fun and exciting morning so far? Okay. Actually, I'm going to need some levers, so that'll be good. Anything else? I think I'm good. I think we'll put this away. All right. Organization. I should try it sometime. All right. So, let's see. Train box. Train box. Wonderful. All right, so let's figure out some rails, and also we're going to need all the slabs ever. Okay. And we're going to sleep, so this is fine. Sleep. And I do have levers here, which is good. We're going to need some powered rails. I already have the shulker in a minecart, so I don't have to worry about that. All right. Oh, the other thing I should get is potions. Don't need the shears anymore. Because an invis potion is going to make this a little bit easier. You know, I put the redstone box away. Did not put the redstone in it. Seems like a silly thing to do, but that is exactly what I did. All right. Redstone chest goes away. Potion chest goes away. All right. And then I think... Yeah, I think I've got enough stuff. If I need to, I suppose I could pull out a minecart with furnace, but it should be okay. All right. So let's figure out where this is going to go. All right, so back to the farm. All right, so I need to get the shulker up here. Okay, which should be fine. So let's go ahead. We're going to use some dirt temporarily to get up here. Do I have slabs? I do have a few slabs in my inventory. Okay. I need to remember to take this dirt out before we go too crazy. Okay, so let's see. So slabs. Okay. Yeah, this should be fine. Oh, the other thing I have to do, which I did not do and I need to do, is I need to actually turn part of the system on. Oops. Where did that go? Oh, it went up there. Okay. Okay. Of course, I put the slab right over top of where I need to be. Cool. All right. So water is flowing, which is good. Hang on. I want to just double check. I seem to recall something. Okay, so that's where the shulker goes. All right. There's nothing there. Okay, cool. All right, so now we're going to make some noise. All right, wonderful. I don't know how to get out of here now, so cool. We'll just tear this down and build it up again because I am good at that. All right. Let's try this again, this time with feeling. Okay. Actually, I can do this with scaffolding. This will be fine. All right. Okay. Sorry about the loudness of that, but okay. And that needs to go away. Okay, cool. So this will go like so. And I'm going to need to get this out away from the farm. So the shortest distance between all of my points is going to be... I think we'll just go out this way. All right, so we'll... I just need to be sure that this is at least 8 blocks out from the farm before we start our stairs and everything else that's going on over there. Now, the one block I did not, or one very important component I forgot to get out was this activator rail. Also, I have no idea why that one piece of other stuff is in there, but that's okay. All right, so that's going to go this way. All right, and then I need a lever. Okay. All right, so that's going to be there. I need to take the scaffolding out before we get the guy over here. Okay. All right. So this should be fine. I do want to put a little bit of powered rail here too, just to be sure that the shulker has enough momentum to make it over there. All right, so we'll just slap this in here like so. All right, nice. All right, so now, I guess maybe I'll just run this way. This will be fine. This will be totally fine. Okay. All right, fortunately, I still have... Yeah, I still have a few slabs here, so we'll be okay. Now that I'm this far out, these don't need to be slabs, but they are, so whatever. Okay. You know, because reasons and things. Now, they're slabs just because I have slabs. Okay, so we are getting closer. All right. So while I'm doing this, of course, Riley was kind enough to remind us about Proton Pass. If you need a way of keeping track of your passwords and stuff, might I suggest Proton Pass? I'm a big fan of password managers in general. Highly recommend using one if you don't already, to keep track of all your stuff. Okay. You know, I might. Hey, Julian, you're in another account. Well, welcome. Glad to have you back. All right, let's go ahead and we'll slap some powered rails over here. Yep, I'm in the process of getting a shulker into my shulker farm. It's going to be a special breed of fun, I'll tell you. Okay, this seems like a good place to put some powered rails. And I'm going to have to craft up some more rails because turns out I'm out. Funny how that works. All right. All right, so that's going to go there. Grab some iron, grab some sticks. Crafting table might be nice too. You know, just as a, a convenience, right? Right. Okay. All right, I'm probably going to need more than that, but we'll start there. Anyways, how you been doing, man? Hopefully you've had a fun amount of time. Oh, okay. Whatever your amount of time is, hopefully it's been fun. Okay. All right. Now the shulker is just the other side of the cabin over there, so we're not going to have too far to go. And in fact, I think what I'm going to do is let's go ahead and take some. Yeah, I guess the stone will be fine. It's a reasonable temp block, I guess. All right. And yeah, where things are going to get a little bit hairy is when I try to get the shulker into onto the rails. Okay, it's in a minecart. Sorry, my mind stopped there for a minute. I was trying to figure out what words were. Okay. All right, nice. So I said I was probably going to need more rails. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. All right. Well, that's fine. I've got the stuff I need to make rails. Okay. Okay, hopefully that'll be good. One day I should make a hardcore series. I've done that in the past. Hardcore's fun once in a while. Okay. It's not my preferred way to play, so I don't typically, I guess, is maybe the best way of finishing that sentence. Okay, so we are going to be angling out this way a bit, which means at some point here, let's go right here. Slap some powered rails in. Okay. Hopefully that'll work. All right, and yeah, let's just bring this around this way. Oh, the other thing I should do, and it's probably not necessary, but I should think about just before I get that shulker, before I send him on his journey, splashing him with a regen potion. I have one made up just for that purpose. But it's probably a thing I should do. Just to be sure that he does survive this trip into the farm. All right. So there's the guy. All right. What are you doing, you silly little child? Go away. Silly little child. Okay. Ah, we're fine. When did I start this world? I started it a while back, actually. A couple of years ago? Or a year ago? And then I took a break for a while to play Create Mod, and now I'm back. So, the world isn't... Well, actually, I don't think that world date is correct up there. Because I think that date, it says like 2,000 days, 2,300 days. But I think that's how long the server has existed. Because this was a solo world for a while, and then it became a server. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm destroying all the leaves. Sorry, Snoopers. The leaves are going away. What? What? No. No, no. You and your stinky shoes. Okay. Okay, so the way this is, I'm going to do this is let's bring this way. All right, and we'll get some powered rail here. All right, now, awesome. So hopefully, let's add a couple more powered rails to that, just to be sure. All right. So the shulker lives in there. Okay. So let's put away a little bit of this rail because I've got a need for inventory space. That's in fact, I'm just gonna tuck my shield in there for the moment. All right. So now let's go ahead and stick a lever on the back of this. All right. All right, so now let's see if I can do this without the shulker killing me. Okay, seems like a reasonable hope. Okay, sticks can go in there. All right, so basically what our first step is going to be. First step is going to be to drink the potion. Okay, and that is off for now. Okay. All right, so now I should be able to operate here without the shulker shooting at me. Okay. Now the one problem I've got is, oh right, he's actually not in a minecart. Right, because he teleported in. Which means this, let's make that a regular rail. Okay. All right, great. Now, let's see if I can get a powered rail under him. And just right. If I can find the right pixel. There's a pixel there. Right there. Okay, awesome. Awesome, awesome. Now. All right, let's... So he's off. All right, let's go follow and make sure he gets into the farm. Okay, also maybe not, let's not follow too closely. All right, all right. That's on, perfect. And, woohoo, I think he's in. All right, let's take that scaffolding down because that would be a problem. Okay. All right, he's in the right place. All right, here it is, the moment of truth. Okay, I'm going to do one last look around the farm just to be sure I didn't leave anything in a weird place. Okay, let's climb up here into the AFK room. All right. Oh, I need to light this. Oops. Okay, can do that. Yes, there's a flint and steel. Wonderful. Flint and steel. There we go. All right, I'm just going to tuck that in place there. All right. Take that out. All right. And now we light this. There we go. Okay. The shulker's in. The shulker is actually... Can I see it? I think I can see it. I think he's okay, but let's actually do this because again, I forgot to do it before we launched him. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna hit him with a splash potion of regen, and I hope I can hit him with a splash potion of regen. Of course, I'm also not invisible, so that's fine. Okay, I think I hope that hit him. All right. Nice. All right, so let's head back up there, clean up my mess. And then we're going to turn the farm on. All right. Okay. Actually, put the potions away. All right. Then we're going to turn the farm on. I'm not stalling. There's no stalling happening here. Just, all right. Okay, theoretically it's on. There's no shulker there. Where did the shulker go? He immediately teleported up into the boat. Wonderful. Well, that's not good. That is not good at all. Okay. Just turn that off. All right. Well, that sucks. Okay, so great. So we're gonna have to get another shulker up there, I guess. Or maybe... All right, what do I do here? What do I do? Because he ended up being... Yeah, Shulker's at full health. It just didn't take it. It just immediately teleported. Wow, okay. So yeah, so that's a thing. Are my snowmen all in place? That's the other question, right? Yeah, snowmen are down there. Okay. Wow. Well, that just did not work. Okay. All right, so let's turn the farm off. Wow, he ended up in the right place, but wowzers, just ended up going elsewhere. All right, so I've got a minute left of invisibility. Let's see if I can do something about this. Oh, I forgot the water. I forgot the water. Okay, that's why. All right, so this is about to get really, really scary. I guess I could take another potion. Right there. That should be waterlogged. All right. Well, got 30 seconds of invisibility potion. Let's see if I can do this without dying. Okay. And right there. Okay. Awesome. Well, that's a thing. Okay. Great. Every time you install them, I assume you mean mod. It says you didn't finish installing Java. Do I know how to fix it? No. You could try installing Java. Or make sure the path is correct. But, okay. Well, darn it. Okay, so... Darn, what the heck happened with the farm? I heard somebody say once that Shulker farms, either they work great the first time you turn them on, or they just don't work. Okay. So here's the hope and dream. You're gonna play Minecraft. Have fun. All right. So if I get another shulker in here, the hope is that it's going to end up down here. Oh, hey, it teleported. That's cool. I don't know why it teleported, but it did, and that's awesome. I guess. Why did it teleport? I don't know. Let's not worry about it. Let's hop in here. And we'll turn the farm on. Okay. I can't see anything. Huh. All right, how weird. Okay, so it's trying to shoot at me. I think it's trying to shoot at the snowman, who... Okay. Oh, here we go. It does take the farm a minute to warm up. But it does do things. Okay. Oh, I think this is working. Okay. Yeah, see, there he goes. They just sort of work their way up this way. Okay. Nice. And so what we should be seeing down here... Right. So lots of shulker trying to shoot. Now, in theory, these guys could also start shooting because of some aggro or something. But I think they changed the aggro rules. So these guys don't necessarily get community aggro. Okay. But they are up there. The shulker is duping. Okay, I'm not getting shot, which is great. Okay. So occasionally the bullets will end up going back and hitting itself. It's slow. Okay. Now it is trying to shoot at me. It can't hit me. It's gonna try, but it can't because it'll hit this wall or this fire or something like that. Okay. Yep, all that teleporting sound is a good thing. Yeah, so I think what'll happen is once we start getting all of the shulkers up here, it feels like maybe it should be a little higher, but because when I watched other people do it, this the shulker bullets would come up, they turn around and come back down before they hit this, but that's okay. Let's see. Okay, placement's on. Let's bring this up this way. Oops, up. No, that is correct. The buttons are placed differently, but okay. All right, well, that's fine. So at the moment, it's slow, but it is working. Yeah, so we're getting shulkers teleporting up here. So we have to wait until we get 24 of them before they start entity cramming. So it takes a little bit of time to warm up, but once it does, it should be fine, right? Okay, well, guess we'll sit and watch this for a minute. Unfortunately, it said it's... So I thought these guys were supposed to start shooting too, but again, they changed the aggro rules, so maybe not. So let me just step out of here for a minute. So now he's not looking at me. Oh, I actually do need something in here. This could be a slab. That's fine. That's fine. I can crouch it. I just need something so the shulker doesn't accidentally try to teleport in there. Ow. All right, no, we're fine. We're fine. All right. Totally fine. We'll deal with those shulker bullets here in a minute, I guess. Yep, please. Go away. Thank you. Why are you sitting there? I don't know why he's sitting there. Seems like a silly place for him to sit, but okay. All right. Well, the good news is also we don't have any shulkers teleporting down here, so this is good. But they're not... The shulker is not shooting at the snowman. The trapdoor is open. Okay. The snowmen aren't shooting at the shulker either. I feel like maybe I've got something in the wrong place. No, that's all good. The shulker's not putting his head out, so that's... Maybe that's part of it? I don't know, but I definitely did... Oops. That's not right. Let's get that out of there before bad things happen. Okay. Just get blocks out of my hands. Okay. Yeah, it's like they're not shooting at the snowman. So the trapdoor is open, so Yeah, so we should be seeing them. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this. It's working, kind of. Said it's like it's not. It's like the snowmen are not doing their thing. And that I don't understand why. Because they should be able to see him up there. Huh. Alright, well. And because of that... How weird. How just like silly and bizarre. I suppose it could be because he's locked on me, but the snowmen aren't. So they're down here. There's just, yeah, the snowmen just aren't targeting the shulkers. Which they should. That's part of what makes this thing work. Is the snowmen, because they throw stuff at it, it should just... Alright, hang on. I'm going to fly over here. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to get some more rockets. What a crazy mess. Also, I'm going to get my shield back. Of course, oh, I am invisible again. So, yeah. That's good. That's good. Visibility is sometimes a good thing. Wow, I wonder why. I wonder why aren't the snowmen targeting the shulker? Okay. That's definitely going to be a problem I have to solve. Okay. Now I want to come down here where... Okay, got the rabbit going. Got snow. It's not powdered snow, so we're good there. All right. The farm is on. But the snowmen... Ah. Okay. Okay, so that's... What is that? Scaffolding. Oh, right, because the farm is on. Right, and that has to be there, otherwise the shulker will kill the snowman. But yeah, I said it feels like... Honestly, it feels like the shulker should be one space closer. Like, so it ends up directly over the snowman. But even when it was sticking his head out, the snowmen were not seeing it. I mean, the complicated part, the collection system up top is working, but this part just isn't. Because, yeah, the snowmen throwing all of the snowballs up there is part of what makes this farm work. And yeah, sorry, I'm going to dip into freaking... See if I can find a spot where I can see where that trap door is. Yeah, I mean... Okay. So, in theory, now that's closed. The snowman wouldn't be able to see it even if they wanted to. Okay. But yeah, it's like the snowmen are just not seeing it. And I don't know why. I mean, everything else looks like it's in the right place. I think it even shows the snowmen in the right place. So right now, the farm works. It's just very, very slow. All right, well, that's because yeah, while it's got its head out like this, the snowmen should see it. They don't, but they should. Dang, snowman, what's wrong with you? But yeah, even by the schematic, they seem to be in the right place. Okay. Oh, right, there's some scaffolding I replaced. Okay. That scaffolding was not structural, it was just a way to get back and forth over here. Huh. Wow, this is just strange. I don't get it. I really don't. I mean, the good news, like I said, the good news is that part of this farm definitely works. The actual shulker's there, where it's going works. But the snowman not targeting the shulker is weird. That is really, really strange. Huh. Okay. Well. Yeah, because what we should be seeing is a dozen snowballs flying up at the shulker every second or something like that. And because the snowballs don't do a lot of damage, or actually they don't do any damage, but it's enough to trigger the shulker to say, oh, I should teleport. All right, well, that's something for me to play with this afternoon, I suppose. Wow. Huh. I just have blind snowmen, I think it is what it is. Wow, okay, if any of you know why the snowman is stupid, why all of these snowmen, why all of these guys, they're just down here not looking through the scaffolding to see the shulker. And I don't get it. Huh. Well, I'm gonna have to ask in their Discord, or take a look in their Discord to see why. This is not a problem with the farm design, as far as I'm concerned. This is a problem with the snowmen are not behaving the way I expect them to. Because this farm should work. If I step out of this box Right, if I step out of this box, the shulker should see the snowman. Or the snowman, when it sticks its head out just a little bit, should throw snowballs at it and get it to do its thing. But they're not. And I don't get it. The trapdoor is open. There isn't another one in the way. It's just... Huh. There is just a lot of confusion happening here in my particular side of this. Wow. All right. Well, we might end up with the slowest shulker farm in history. But, you know, I guess maybe that's okay. We'll see. These guys, I don't think these guys are... because with how slow the farm is going, I don't think they're hitting entity cramming levels yet. Yeah, because they should all be ending up in here. Yeah, which I think they are. Yeah, I mean, they're ending up in the boats and then ejecting off. Yeah, that's... wow, what is... Yeah, I just don't know what's wrong with my snowman. Wow. Okay. Well, I wish I had an answer for this. I was really hoping that I would have a successful functioning shulker farm. But, okay. And I said, this guy, once he realizes he can't open, he'll continue to teleport up, but... Wow, that's just silliness. Huh. All right, well, great. All right, I'm going to try something real quick. I'm going to disconnect, log back in. All right. Now, are the snowmen doing anything? The snowmen are still not doing anything. I was just kind of hoping that maybe it was something weird about being logged in or something like that. Right? I need to log out, log back in, or whatever, but no. Okay, I don't know. I am all confused. Because I can see what's supposed to be happening, and it's not. Even the community aggro that's supposed to be not a thing, or got nerfed a little bit, that's fine, but said the snowman should be... Yeah, all those snow golems should be targeting the shulker up here, and they're not. Okay. The good news is, right, we don't have any shulkers hanging out where they're not supposed to be. Right? They're all living their best lives somewhere else, which is good. Okay. All right. So yeah, so all of the mechanics here are working with the exception of the snowman. And that just does not make any sense. Okay. Well, okay. Hi. I am full of confusion. How are you? Wow, what the heck, man? Okay, and I know it has nothing to do with the armor stands that were taken out because snowmen don't attack armor stands. And apparently they're not attacking the shulker either. So it's like they might as well not even be there. Okay, I'm going to turn this back on for a minute. Right, and everything else, right? Everything looks like they're in the right place. Now, obviously, I changed the scaffolding and stuff, so that's not worried about that. That's just so I can control the farm from in here. Right. Okay. And I don't need to worry about that walkway or the rails. That's fine. But yeah, once you start getting in here... Wow. Yeah, everything seems to be correct. Yeah, I mean, everything seems to be correct. The only thing that's potentially being silly here is just the... Okay. Right, it's just this trap door, which is sometimes in the wrong place because of it's moving. Right? But as far as I can tell, let's see. Anything else? Okay. Yeah, that scaffolding, it says is wrong because the farm was off in the schematic. So, which then closes the trap door and scaffolding looks a little bit different, but okay. But everything else up here, it's all in the right place. So yeah, I'm very, very confused. Okay. I'd like to be entertaining, but I can't. I'm confused. Sorry. The confusion is too strong. I think the fact that the game thinks this door is open. Yeah. I mean, if I were to flip that like that, I could get shot by the bullets, but I think the pathfinding would say, oh, I can't go that way. Which is weird, but also kind of fun. Yeah, see the shulker bullet? No, it's just going to bounce up and down and do nothing, which is great, but yeah. Yep, I don't get it. I really don't. It's like, it should be doing a thing, but it's not. All right, it just... Okay, well... Huh. Yeah, I am baffled. So if anybody of you out there, know what the heck is going on with this, let me know. Okay. I'm just scratching my head. Huh. I mean, otherwise it works. I mean, it's just very slow. We are getting, I don't know how many shulkers it's seeing up here, but okay, there we go. Now we're starting to get entity cramming here. I think we're about to get our first shulker shells from the farm. Okay, so that should, come on. Yeah, that'll fall through. Once it gets hit again, and the shulker teleports, those will drop. Yeah, see? Okay, so the farm is now officially working. I'm going to wait till the sun comes up, so some of these mobs out here go away. We've got a little bit of a mob switch. Not a complete one, but a little bit of one, because we're starting to get, you know, entity cramming up here. So there's like 48 shulkers. Yeah, see, there we go. Okay. So again, the reality is the farm is working, but holy snowman, Batman. What the hey? I mean, yeah, I put in like 12 snowmen instead of 10, but you can put up to 23 of them in there. Okay. Well, all right, so the sun's up. So let's hop down here for a minute. Yeah, look, 6 shulker shells. Woohoo. Wow, that's just... All right, well... Okay. I confess myself not disappointed, just really, really confused. I said that the farm works, except for the snowmen are just totally... They're just out of it. They've just decided not to come to work, apparently. They're there. They're just ignoring the shulker. Okay. Because, yeah, if I... Technically, this... Flipping that lever should turn the farm off. Because now the snowman can't see through the trapdoor. But the reality is it doesn't make any difference at all. Yeah, because the shulker is targeting me and not the snowman, and the snowmen aren't doing anything. Wow. All right. Well, I think I'm going to have to go take a look, but it's getting close to about the time I need to be stopping things. So let's go ahead and jump over here to the webcam. I am very confused, but hey, the farm is there. It's working. It's just slow. I'll ask in the Discord and hopefully they'll have an answer. I've got on YouTube, there's a link to the farm, so you can follow the tutorial and take a look and see what did I screw up. But the next stream will be on Tuesday, 6 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, so check that action out. And until then, be excellent to each other. And this is Music Free Gaming signing off.